So I'm back with 10 more Midjourney styles to add to the end of your prompts, separated by a comma, and you get some images very similar to the ones you see on screen. Now, the first one, Street Fighter 2 Turbo video game style, is kind of a reaction to Mortal Kombat style. I thought I'd try this one and got some awesome results. Now, in this particular one, I used Niji 6. Sometimes I didn't. I'm going to show you the difference soon, but the futuristic car, not really a Street Fighter style, but does have a really nice aesthetic, so I added it in there anyway. But Batman, he is wearing the Ryu style gi and the Ryu style sort of like gloves. And once again, this one made with Niji 6. He has the bat symbol on his chest, which is a little bit different, but I like the way it's blended those two visual styles. But you move on to Batman without Niji, and you still get a bit of a Street Fighter style and pose, more like the modern video game era. And it kind of still works pretty well. So either Niji or not, you can still get some good results. And Darth Vader, again, we've got the Niji style. He's bulked up, he's hit the juice, and kind of has a little bit of maybe a Sagat or Balrog style sort of build to him. Massive, chunky lightsaber handle. I thought this was really cool. But you move on to him without the Niji style, and we get more of a video game style look, but without the pixelation, which I thought was pretty cool. Real 2D video game style, but still smooth and almost could be considered vector-like if you wanted to try and auto trace it or something. And a woman's face, it's just turned that woman into kind of like a thin version of Chun-Li, which I thought was interesting. And of course, the beautiful waterfall in nature, once again without Niji, has created a video game style waterfall, probably just referencing the video game style itself, not so much Street Fighter, but it still works. And the Terminator, we've got the Niji version of the Terminator, bulked up Street Fighter style. That bright background definitely reminds me a lot of the more modern Street Fighter artwork. And Pikachu, ready to fight, almost got that Akuma style look to him. I thought this was a really cool take on Pikachu. And moving on to spot color, inserting the color you want into that area. This is obviously yellow. And we move on to Mario, and you can see how we've got that really yellow wash over the image. And I tried it again with red. We've got a red background and a pretty standard Mario, considering he's got a lot of red already. And black, where we've gone mostly black and white, but it's introduced a lot of shadow into the illustration to really highlight the blackness of this spot color. And we move on to Batman. We've got purple Batman, just nice purple. I really thought the stubble was interesting. And Darth Vader in purple, in white, in green, and in pink. So you can see by cycling through these colors the kind of results you can get if you're looking to get something really specific. But you move on to the modern family home, and it's a photo that's not tinted, but a lot of purple furniture and items within the home. Some really sort of lilac-y type walls, I guess. It's probably not quite the right color to use to describe it, but it's an interesting take on that as well. And you move on to the Terminator. He's in purple, illustrated. The spot color, by the way, if you're not sure what a spot color is, it is actually an ink used to print. So if you're getting something printed, normally you use cyan, magenta, yellow, and black to combine colors. But if you want a specific color that can't choose, spot colors are a way to get that color. So it's like it's printed using that spot color. And the waterfall, you can see here that's really just tinted the whole image purple, purple leaves. Very cool effect on the photo. And Pikachu, a bit of yellow, a bit of purple. Sometimes it tries to keep some of that original color in there, which is cool, and I like the way it sort of clashes. The purple and the yellow kind of clash and don't really mix well, but that makes for an interesting image. And the Incredible Hulk, same again, although we don't get as much of a clash, but the green and the purple kind of complement each other anyway. So this kind of worked well for the Hulk. And blue for the Hulk, just straight up blue wash, nice sort of way of tinting that image. Now, Muay Thai style. I've been training in Muay Thai for about 20 years, and I thought, why haven't I done this before? So I added it to the woman's face. It's added a glove, and she's ready to jump in and do some Muay Thai. And the Incredible Hulk also. More MMA style gloves, but he looks like he's ready to fight. And Batman, again, got the bat symbol straight onto the chest. That is some hardcore stuff. Old-fashioned type sort of gloves. And the tattoos really... it really finds that fighter look and applies it to these characters. And Darth Vader. Now, again, this does apply mostly to characters, not so much scenes. But the way it's added the gold and the red, that's a very Muay Thai sort of color scheme. Even down to the way it's decorated some of the stuff really reminds me of some of the really traditional Muay Thai imagery you see around, not so much the modern sport. And the Terminator, we've got a similar thing. He's a little bit slightly gold tinted, only slightly, but the little bits of red, and the pose Looks like he's ready to jump in the ring. And Pikachu, also ready to go. Very Muay Thai looking, although the gloves still not quite right. Look more like sort of karate or taekwondo gloves. But again, turning those characters into fighters. Very cool. And McDonald's style. This was something I thought I'd try because it has such a strong brand that I thought it would actually impact the image. So you can see Batman has his Coke and he's finished fighting crime for the night. So he's just going to relax at McDonald's, take a few sips. While this woman, she is a diehard Macca's fan. She's had the paint on her face and the Macca's symbol applied to her cheek, where maybe she drives this car. The McDonald's car, this looks like a futuristic car. McDonald's logos on the wheels. I thought this was very interesting, although McBressy, I don't know what that's supposed to be, but still pretty cool. And Hulk looks like he's angry. Batman has forgot about their meeting, and he's sitting there with his fries, looking angry. Guess that Marvel and DC just don't mix. And Pikachu, he's got his Coke, although it looks like a coffee with a straw, so it could be wrong. It's a Macca's coffee. It looks like an advertisement, and Pikachu's kind of like this being sponsored by McDonald's. And Darth Vader sitting there looking at his little tiny lightsaber, finished his Coke, just inside the McDonald's restaurant, looking around. Now, the samurai standing in front of Mount Fuji, I thought this was super interesting. And there's a weird hand sticking out from behind him, like there's maybe Ronald McDonald's crouching down behind him, carrying his sword. Otherwise, though, the colors and the way it worked and the way it's thrown the Macca's symbol, like it's sort of exploding out of Mount Fuji, I thought was very interesting. And Mario, the only person who looks unhappy about his... Well, the Hulk was unhappy, but, Mario is pretty unhappy, probably because they popped his burger inside of his drink and then shoved a Macca's M on top of it. Doesn't look like a tasty meal at all, but I kind of like the way that he looks unhappy there. It's just interesting. Now, if you haven't already, check out my Midjourney style pack. Over 1,000 styles you can apply to your Midjourney prompts to get some pretty stunning images. It comes with a handful of PDFs of different styles and categories so you can quickly find what you're after. And there's a link in the description. Now back to the video. Paper cut 3D. Taking a paper cut style and applying a 3D level to it gives it a little bit of depth. We've got a bit of a paper cut style with a 3D face kind of embedded in it. And when you move on to the car, we've got a nice 3D car. It looks like it's been made out of paper, which is a bit different. And that glowing yellow light, very nice sort of accent to the image. And Batman, the low light shining up is a very interesting effect. And he does have that paper cutout effect to him, but still very three-dimensional and a nice blend of those two styles. And the Terminator, it's like made out of paper again, 3D. I love the way this image turned out looking pretty cool. And Darth Vader looks more just like a standard paper cut, but still not a bad image. And the modern family home looks like a paper model, cut out and stuck to a wall. I really like the way this one turned out, and the fact that it's all white is probably obviously because it's paper. There's a very interesting impact to the image as well. But the car does not look like it's made out of paper. And smooth 3D render without texture. So this is kind of my attempt to create an image where this one does have a little bit of texture, but it's still pretty smooth and has that old-fashioned CG look, like back from the early days. But it's more reminiscent to, say, Batman here, and while it still has a little bit of texture, it just simplifies those models and makes the surfaces much sort of more bland and plain, which can be a desired effect instead of the overly realistic 3D we tend to get. You can see it with Pikachu here, looking very smooth, very plain, and the Terminator, he's just looks like a 3D model in general, but still just simpler. And Darth Vader, this is probably the best one. You can see even the cape is smooth, there's no texture added, and this is kind of what I was going for mainly when I was sort of experimenting with this style. But you can still get some interesting results because it just kind of brings it back from that overcooked 3D style that you get with the, say, Unreal Engine or something like that, where things look too real. And Korn style. I was listening to Korn while working on some images, and I realized they have a very visual aesthetic to them. So I applied it, and this looks more like an album cover for the woman's face than anything, but still pretty cool, a little bit gothy. But when you apply it to the Incredible Hulk, all of a sudden the dreadlocks appear. And he looks like he's about to go on stage, start singing and moshing. You move on to Batman, and he's got the long hair, the guitar, and a little bit of a rock-style outfit applied to the bat suit. This was very interesting sort of approach altogether. And Darth Vader, he's trying to grow some dreads out of his helmet. It doesn't look very good, but hey, he's trying. And of course, the Terminator. He is just a little bit mixed. I don't think there's a particular Korn look, but you can see where it's influenced and tried to had sort of like messy hair coming out the top of his head. And Pikachu, once again, trying to get everyone to look like John Davis. It kind of works with him a little bit. If this was John Davis was Pikachu or a Pokemon, I think this is how we would look. And Mario looks like more like a Korn fan or one of the other members of Korn, but I like the way he's got the tattoos on the arms and, you know, just like the beard and kind of a bit of a mean look to him. It was a nice sort of play on that. And Vaporwave Marvel statue. This creates cool Marvel statues, but with a Vaporwave sort of atmosphere and color. So the Incredible Hulk, the way it's got those Vaporwave colors with the pinks and the blues, very nice, but looks like an actual Marvel statue. And the Modern Family Home. This I thought was really cool, just like a very serene and almost abstract sort of like style of image. Not quite abstract, but just kind of like the way it's composed. And the Terminator, I love the colors. The use of colors are spot on for this particular style, and it's just a cool image. And Darth Vader, he looks like a marble statue, a little less vaporwave, but we still got a strong pink in there, which sort of still tells that story, but a little bit of blue in the reflection. Overall, it's done okay. And the samurai standing in front of Mount Fuji. This was cool. The way the sun appears behind Mount Fuji, that big pink sun and the blue sky. A lot of vaporwave vibes there, and the statue looks really cool. And the futuristic car definitely carries that vibe, especially because it's futuristic with the pink sky, the blue rocks. Overall, just very cool. Batman, this looks like a cool bust statue to have in your house. Very nicely lit in that vaporwave color style. And the way it sort of removes the pupils from the eyes of the statue, also very cool. And the woman's face looks like a Roman statue. We've got like some light reflections on there, pink and blues, a very good blend of the two. And finally, a beautiful waterfall in nature. Brings the colors to the waterfall, pops a statue on it, and does a good job of mixing those elements. The paparazzi photograph. Now you can see cameras in this image, but adding -- no for a negative word and adding camera usually takes the camera out of the subject's hand. So here we've got the Terminator. When I didn't remove the camera, all the characters were constantly holding cameras. So this way we get our main subject not holding a camera by using that negative phrase, but it looks like a 90s magazine photo. And Darth Vader, much older looking photo. He's in the crowd mingling with the people, and the paparazzi have come in and snapped this nice shot. And not so much Hulk, but he is on the street. It does look like someone's taking a low-angle shot of him in the street. It's a little less on, but it still has that kind of effect. But Batman, he's surrounded by people. He's about to make a statement. Everyone's recording. We've got cameras. We've got smartphones. Looks like Christian Bale, too. Maybe this was the alternate ending to The Dark Knight. And futuristic car. It's a photo of a car taken on the street. So it does kind of still carry that look. So definitely worth playing with. Works best with characters, but yeah, have some fun with that one. And Gearpunk. Now, I've got another one after this, which is really cool, but I really want to play with Gearpunk. It did such a good job with the Modern Family Home, creating something unique, geary, like a futuristic mechanic type shop. I really liked the way this one turned out. And Pikachu, he looks like a robot. Usually when you add these kind of like technological punk or core phrases, that's what you get, is a Pikachu robot that looks lifeless and soulless, but still pretty cool. Mario looks like he's been powered up with some Gearpunk hardware and the goggles. Very nice touch. And Darth Vader, the gold and the kind of worn out shoulder pads. This one I thought was really cool. A nice sort of addition to his suit. And the woman's face. Another really cool image. And just the way, the amount of detail adds to these things. And there's actually, the way it kind of works, I just don't know how Midjourney actually does it, to be honest. It's just a really cool, and the little chips where it's almost like there's bits of like metal on her lips, or like bits of lips are peeled away and there's metal underneath. Really, really cool detailed image. The Hulk, made out of gears, Gearpunk. It's kind of a little bit messier, this one, but still a cool image. Batman. This one I thought was cool. It's like kind of like if Iron Man and Batman got together, or if Batman had died and they'd built a cyborg and plugged his head and brain onto it. That's kind of what it would look like. Now, this is the fun one. Technodrome Gearpunk. The images you get from this are really cool and add a whole different dimension to the term Gearpunk. And since the Technodrome's from Ninja Turtles, I tried Ninja Turtles and got some pretty cool images. And this one of Donatello I thought was pretty nifty. But what it does is it tends to add a lot of circular elements. I've got a few ones here of the Hulk. The Hulk is sitting back, Very gear punk, but there's like a circle behind him. In here, we've got that circle at the top, and we're looking up at him, and he's like a massive technological kind of like robot. And then here he's inside of a circle. So it tends to add a lot of circle elements into these images, and it doesn't rely entirely on gear punk. It's got something about the way it adds that futurism to these images is really impressive. And I move on to the futuristic car, and just the detail and the bits and pieces of the car. This is a lot more interesting than what we typically get with the futuristic car. And I added it to Darth Vader. A little less impressed this time, but it still had a cool effect. And Batman, sitting in a circle. I've got a few here of Batman. Once again, it's like a circular, it's almost like a giant technological wall, and it's zoomed in, and he's sitting there about to go off and fight crime. Whereas this one here, he kind of looks like a massive, like Hulkbuster armor style Batman. But still, got that gear punk feel to it, but just a little bit more added to it. And then the logo itself in there, so it's still just Batman. But the way it's incorporated all into the circle, I really think it has drawn on images of the Ninja Turtles Technodrome and gone for circles and combined the technological sort of like surface with gear punk. And Pikachu looks like a really mad, kind of like almost like an anime cyberpunk robot with that high level of detail, like something you'd find in a 90s anime movie. And the woman's face. Again, we've got that circle, the technological pieces and the gears sort of thrown in there. It really works well together. And I think it's done a great job of producing this image, and I highly recommend having a play with it. This one was a ton of fun to see what came out. But that's the video for today, guys. I hope you found it useful, and if you did, please consider giving the video a like. And once again, if you need anything Midjourney, check out the description below. I've got my cheat sheet, style pack, or more tutorials on my channel. Hopefully you can find something there that'll help you out. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you again next time.